go with the John Curley Show. I talked to a guy that hopes the Mariners lose. In fact, he wants the Mariners to lose. All right, Dean Angelo, you're the least popular guy that's ever going to be on this show as soon as we get him on the show. Let me know when he's right there, Andrew. I'll set it up this way. So, D'Angelo, if you were watching the game and you saw this gigantic man sitting behind home plate, that's Dean. Dean, are you on the line there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
We finally got it going.
Okay, good. Apparently, there used to be a woman that would sit behind home plate, right? That she was sort of famous for always sitting back there. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the fans call her a home plate lady, but funny enough, she's basically like a grandma to me.
How's that, Dean?
So she's a very private person, so I'm going to try not to disclose too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been going to the game since I was like 8 years old. And the tickets that we used to get used to be right beside her. So she kind of watched me grow up my whole life, and we would go to her house for dinner and whatnot. And she's always just been like a grandma figure to me because I never really had one.
What a sweet story. Yeah. So home plate lady has been there for all these years. We tried to find her, but what you just alluded to, you can't. She's very private. Couldn't get anything. Not a beat on her, but apparently she's not, health isn't so great. So she hasn't been there. So people that normally used to watch the Blue Jays, they would expect to see her there, but no. There's this like giant man sitting there, and a lot of people thought, did that guy eat her? Like, how? Why is he so big? And then people were thinking it was AI generated. Did you ever hear that about yourself, Dean?
I can't stand AI, man. That stuff confuses the hell out of me, so I understand.
Yes. So there you were sitting there, and it became like the talk of the town. And apparently I saw something, somebody was talking to you on Instagram or something, and then all these women were writing to you, and they were thinking you're the coolest dude. You had the hat on. By the way, when I saw the interview with you, are you not getting your hair cut because you want the Blue Jays to win? Can you explain that to me? What's going on with those the locks you got there, Dean?
You know what? Right at the start of COVID here, I shaved my head, and I've trimmed it a couple times, but I haven't really given it a good cut. And I just know I'm going to go bald one day, so I'm just holding on to it for as long as I can.
I like that.
By the way, your newfound fame has now landed you in a commercial for Leon's Furniture there in Toronto. Do you mind if we play a little cut of you doing some great acting? Hang on, here it is. It's so bad. How many takes did this take, by the way, before we play this?
Not many. Have you guys ever seen the show Detroiters?
No, I don't know that one. Why?
It's a show. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's a show called Detroiters.
It's basically two comedians, and they do these really bad cable time ads.
Yeah.
And as they told me the script, I'm like, oh, man, I'm really going to do this, huh?
It is so bad. Here's the premise. You're walking in to Leon's, but you already have a Leon shirt on, which was sort of weird. And you're going in there, and the woman, I guess she works there, she comes running up to you. Well, we'll just play the ad, and this is some fabulous acting. Hang on, here we go.
Whoa! Aren't you the Blue Jays super fan? You've got the best seats in the house. What are you doing at Leon's?
They may be the best seats in the house, but they're not the most comfortable.
And then you dive down onto what looks like a really crappy sofa made in China. All right, were you reading an eye chart when you did the acting on that? They may be great seats, but they're not that comfortable. Leon, what was your motivation for that, Dean?
I'm just not going to say no to anything. I got like 15 minutes here. Like, I'm just not saying no.
Yes.
That's right, baby. Yeah. Do it. Did they pay you for that? Or did you get a sofa or something?
Yeah, I got the crappy sofa.
All right.
You know what? It's pretty comfortable.
Is it?
It's pretty comfortable. I'm happy with it.
That's fine. There, you got it for free. All right. So if somebody were your agent and they're lining up all the offers, so we got Leon's, we got a sofa out of that. Hang on a second there, Dean. What else we looking at? What are the phones ringing off the hook? What else they want you to do?
It's just like radio interviews. Nobody's really offering me any paid gigs, so that the agent would probably be a little bit upset.
Yeah,
but I'm having fun.
Yeah, why not?
This is such a weird thing to me. Like there's actual things going on Earth, and they're like, let's talk to the Jack dude.
By the way, let's give some credit to the Jack dude, because I was looking at some of your pictures. I was scrolling through your Instagram, go back to like 2016, 2017. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know what your body mass index was, but certainly body fat was a little higher. You really ripped it up. Did you have? Is that all natural, or you juicing?
So I did the full transformation from like losing all the weight naturally. Mm-hmm. I lost like over 100 pounds naturally, and then after that point, when I was like, okay, now I want to bodybuild and like look a little weird with it, then that's when it became unnatural.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
At least you admit to it.
Yes.
All right, so here's a big question for you. Ready? Heavy load or lightweight? When you're like looking at the Stuart Phillips, right? The 2012-2016 study, typical 1 or type 1 or type 2 fiber growth. You're better off doing lightweight, high volume, or heavyweight, low volume. What gives you the growth? This is the big question.
I think the most important thing is people choose something that they like doing, and they can do it to a higher level of intensity. So whatever people choose to do, make sure it's something that you're like, man, I want to actually show up and do this. Because nothing really matters unless like you feel good about what you're doing and you want to go do it.
Right. As a trainer, will this help you now that you're the Jack dude that was behind home plate? Are you going to be able to charge more there?
I'm not going to upcharge anybody, but I'd like to be more busy.
Oh, all right. Well, we're going to upcharge anybody. If you drop the price, you might have more people sign up. But how do your clients do? Do you see big growth with these people? Do they stick with you?
So it depends on who's showing up. Some people, like when they're actually like going to follow the plan. Yeah, it's amazing what a person can do. Yeah. Some people just like, they're like, I want to just talk for an hour. I'm like, all right, like, and they get no results. But like, if you don't do any of the work, you're not going to get anything out of it.
Right. That's when you push your crappy sofa in there and you just sit there and talk to them the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dean, when you were sitting behind home plate, were people constantly texting you like, dude, put on a sweater or like anything like that? Because when you sit behind home plate, I've sat back there for a couple of Mariners games. People are always like, hey, stop picking your nose. Like, everybody just keeps texting you the whole time. Like, hey, pay attention to the game. Stop looking at your phone. Hey, why don't you eat another hot dog, loser? It's like that sitting in back there, it's a lot of work to have to not only watch the game, and then if the ump needs to turn and ask you a question like, Dean, was that, ball or strike? It's also a lot of people writing you the whole time. Were you getting all of that while you were watching?
So, like, I've been going there for a while, so I think the people that, like, actually watch the Jays games throughout the year, they've seen me there, and they don't bother me too much. There's my strategy for that is somebody sends me a text that I don't like, I make sure that they can see I'm looking at the phone and ignoring their text on television.
Well, that's great. So what are your plans for the day's game? Do you have any superstitions, like, eat a side of a cow or something, or do like, I don't know, 100-pound. By the way, heavy on the biceps. Heavy. By the way, you also your legs. It's not like, what do you do for chest day? What do you do for leg day? Chest. You work the biceps really hard. Have people given you? Yeah, they're giving you some criticism, like you should do more traps or something like that.
It's the. I bet he doesn't train legs, but I really don't train my arms very much. It's my mom's just crazy jacked. I just got really good genetics.
Yeah.
Which is tough for people. But my game day superstition is I just pace around my apartment and I watch really stressed out.
Okay. All right.
And my girlfriend's like, why don't you relax? I'm like, I can't.
Yeah. Well, Dean, you must have been having a heart attack at the first 20 minutes of yesterday's game.
Oh, it got really good. Like, that was fun for me.
Okay, all right, Dean, this is a Seattle station. Go ahead, show some mercy, all right? We came out.
You guys ruined Thanksgiving for Canada like every other year, it feels like.
That's true. Monday was Thanksgiving in Canada.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, okay. All right. Well, you shouldn't have broken away from us when we had a chance to fight against the English. Well, listen. Here's I so appreciate your attitude, which you're like, what the hell? Take it for a ride. I get a free couch out of it. I talked to a bunch of guys on the radio, and good for you. I mean, that's a really fun way of looking at it. Continue to work out. Get those people to actually commit to goals and have them push for 2 more reps. I love that when trainers are always like, just give me 2 more. And then like, okay, you got 2 more in you. And you're like, yeah, give me a number, right?
We're in the same tier as dentists. A little bit.
How's the dentist lie to you?
They just massacre your mouth. We do it to your body.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, Dean, we hope that the tears that you will be shedding later on this afternoon don't taste too much like human growth hormones and tears that are salty only. Okay, get on that couch. Okay, the free couch you got.
Oh, well.
All right.
I appreciate the call, guys.
Thanks, Dean. Angelo. Appreciate the Jack guy there.
That's right.
From the Blue Jays.